if there's one part of my body I have a lot of respect for, it has to be my right leg because of three major events in my life that cooked it completely. Number one, this event happened way back in either September or October of 2024. Now, it was a normal Tuesday afternoon, and my dad wanted me to go to the back fridge so I can bring in some milk because he was going to eat cereal. So I went out to the back to grab some milk, and there's like in the door there's like four or five shelves, and they're very unstable. And there was a wine bottle on the fourth shelf from the bottom, and as I was grabbing the milk, the shelf freaking snapped and the wine bottle fell directly onto my pinky toe on my right leg. The pain hit like a truck. Like, bro, I was straight up on the ground sprawling. I didn't cry, but I was like, frick, oh, frick, it hurts. But then I managed to shake it off, and I walked back inside, limping a little bit. I told my dad about the pain and that it probably would wear off in a few hours, and it did. The pain did wear off in a few hours, and I was up walking like normal again. And then I went to sleep, and I thought it would be all over the next morning, but it wasn't. I looked up, and my pinky toe literally swelled to double its size. It was throbbing in pain. I couldn't even walk. Like I had to hobble on one leg, and when I got tired of that, I had to crawl. So my dad took me to the doctor, and then we got an X-ray. And then there was an X-ray place 5 minutes down the street. So we drove to that X-ray place, and we got an X-ray, and we found out that my right toe was broken. It snapped completely in half. But apparently, this break was good for me because my right toe never really developed correctly, anyways. So, yeah, the doctor just said to like wrap my toe, like make it attached to make my broken toe wrapped attached to my good toe that was right next to it for the next few weeks, and then like I had to be on crutches for a couple weeks, so that sucked. But then in late 2024, my toe fully healed, and I was fully back to normal. The second story that happened to my right leg happened in back in October of 2025, in my 7th grade year. We were going on a field trip to this random place in San Jose, and one of my friend's moms who volunteered to be the driver there decided to drive four of us there. Me, one of my other friends, and two girls from my class. Now, of course, the two parents driving us were in the front seat. The girls were in the second seat back, and the boys were in the back seat. But since there's no seats, we had to sit in a way that you know, like a way that you would sit on a floor with no chair, kind of like that. So we had to sit back, crammed, and on the way there, it was a little uncomfortable, but I could deal with that. But then, when we were going back from the field trip place back to school, I if I it was a little uncomfortable, but then 5 minutes, I just started feeling absolutely nothing. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm getting used to this. But then, 25 minutes into the drive, because it's like an hour, half-hour drive away from school, I touched my leg, and I realized, oh crap, it's numb. So I told my friend's mom who was driving us, I my leg is numb. We have to get there immediately. And as we were driving down the freeway, the two girls from my class, by the way, if you're watching this, I hate you for still doing this. Like, take this exit, it's a longer way to get to school. And then my friend was like, no, his leg is literally numb. By the way, I hate you for not considering my leg in that field trip. I freaking hate you guys for that, if you're watching this. So we went back to school, and I instantly got out the car, and all my sensation came to my leg back at once. And like any longer, and my leg probably would have lost sensation completely. I could have possibly not been able to walk again after that. So that was tragic. And this last and final injury happened back in March 2026, in my late 7th grade year. I was playing on the playground. Back for recess, since my school has recess. And then I was up on a high platform, and I decided to jump down. Bam! I landed correctly, and it felt absolutely amazing. So then I decided to do it one more time, but before I was ready to jump, I slipped down, and my right leg landed diagonally like this inward. So I fell, brushed off the tan bark, and thought it would be okay. But then when I started walking back from recess to the lunch area, bam, this pain instantly paralyzed my leg, and I'm telling you, bro, I felt there's no pain like it, bro. I'm just telling you. I was hopping on one leg, crawling to the nearest bench, and then someone asked if I was okay, and I said, not really. My leg is in a lot of pain. But then, as I was hobbling back some time, my leg just went back to normal. I thought it would be okay. But then over the next few days, I noticed complications, so my mom decided to take me to the doctor, and then we went back to that X-ray place again, and I found out that I had a meniscal tear in my leg. And the reason my leg locked up like that is because the torn flap went out of place. And when it went back, my leg would unlock. So I needed to get surgery. So I needed to get surgery that happened, and so that way they could stitch it back together, and then it would grow naturally. So I got that surgery, and I had to be on crutches for 6 weeks. That was the worst 6 weeks of my life. I would never go back there ever again. And it's back to normal. And then after 6 weeks, I was able to walk again. And then in a couple weeks, the doctor will give me a pass so I can run and go back to doing normal stuff I did before the injury. So that's great. But bro, my right leg is a freaking warrior. And if you enjoyed this storytime video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads from me. And follow my TikTok, the KingRG54. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.